Hey guys. Okay. Ugh. I just dug out every book I have pertaining to my genealogy, or that are useful in genealogy research. I'm going to categorize them a little bit, okay? Like town histories, for example, will go in one pile, okay? General histories of things that... Town history. Oops. Of things that are helpful. Where did I put that other book? Oh, it's right here. Okay. These are history books that are pertinent to my family. These are actual family books. Well, actually, that's a history that's pertinent. These are actual family books. And these are research books. Okay, let's start. Okay. And when I say pertinent to my family, okay, we're going to start there. What I mean is books that are on subject matter that my family was directly involved in. Excuse me while I go get that. Okay. Okay. Now let me explain. These books are areas that my family was involved in, or stories that my family was involved in, such as Emmeline, which is a story that was told by my great-grandmother. So, and it's a story from her hometown. So it's my family, you know. So that, to me, is a genealogy book. Right here, the hurricane of 1938. I actually have pictures my grandmother took of this hurricane and its aftermath. This directly affected my family. Therefore, it's genealogy for me. Maine history. Maine in World War I. Again, my family. In fact, it's funny because the name on the back of it is actually one of my family names. I got it at the used bookstore. Huh. And it was sent to this person. And Mainers in the Civil War, I believe, came from the same person. Well, it came from the same last name, which I believe is the same family. Because why else would they both have ended up in the same used bookstore? Not only that, but she went to college in Northern Mass. So, and it was an award. This Mainers in the Civil War, which means she was from Maine. And again, I have direct relatives who were in the Civil War for Maine. So, and any history of Maine is my history. So, this is Maine history in the First World War. So, again, my history. this is my history also. It's Ellis Island, but there's also a section on, and I bought this discard. Okay, so this discard something. Single copy. It says discard. Ever? That's weird. But it was discarded, I can promise you that. Because I bought it. Yeah, they crossed off the barcode. This is discard something. Single copy. Oh, 86. Anyway, this book has a section on oh yeah, they even put the actual card in it. A section on Castle Garden in here, which is where my family came in. Right here, Castle Garden. It's actually the first section. Okay. But yeah, that is where my family came in. So I'm gonna put this. I don't want to lose the little. Come on, the little card that came with it. So I'm gonna. It's just the card from the library card catalog, but I don't want to lose it. Okay. The next category is town histories and town records. This actually goes over here with this. This is a bigger category for me. This is the history of the town of Sutton street by street, which includes the village of Manchog, where I'm from. And it goes down the streets, both sides of the street. It tells you and some of the more prominent homes even have photos. But it tells you all about the districts and where's Manchog? Property of Robert Wilson Jr. family, and my mother wrote Wilson here. John C. Dudley. 1876 to 1950, written in 1952. Okay. Where is Manchog? Well, the only way to find it is to go back here in the index and look for specific names, but yeah, that's huge. This is the history and images of North Central Connecticut, which is all the Windsors. Windsor, East Windsor, South Windsor, and Windsor Locks. East Windsor is my family. East Windsor through the years. That's, again, my family. So, we have Time and the Town. Douglas at 250 years old. That's the town that I live in. And this is nice map. Ow. Huh. A lot of these streets don't even exist anymore. That were on that map. This was written in I'm trying to find the date on it. What year is this? I can't find it. Oh, right here. Okay. So 1746, 1846, 1946 would be 200. 1996. Okay. Yeah. So this is where I live, which was incorporated in 1746. This is also where I live. This is actually the town of Vital Records up to 1850. So those are that kind of book. Now we have direct family books. We have the history of the Lawrence Tunley estate. We have the Dyers. Thought I had more of these, but maybe not. And we have the general genealogy books. I have the other one too, which is right here. Oops. In other words, the research style books, okay? Finding your ancestors for free. The Everything Online Genealogy Guide. The research log. And the organizer, which has a bunch of other blank forms. So, these we've gone over a million times. I'm actually going to leave this one out. So there's no need to do it again. But yeah, I think you need to have a variety of books for success in genealogy. Isn't just about going online. Yes, going online is a big part of it. Having a computerized tree, a big part of it, no doubt. Now, Family Tree Maker is great. I'm totally into Roots Magic right now. Even if you have a tree on Ancestry.com, you want to have your own tree in software. Like Roots Magic, Family Tree Maker. And if you're looking to do a medical genealogy like I'm doing, you want Roots Magic 10, because Roots Magic 10 has totally expanded that part of their genealogy, their ability for that type of a genealogy. So that's terrific. Excuse me. The towns that your family is from. such as the town of Sutton, which we're from the village of Manchog, town of East Windsor, village of Broadbrook, all over the state of Maine. The states and towns where your family is from, counties, whatever, those books could be very surprisingly helpful for you. So I highly recommend those books. You can go to Amazon, eBay. Remember, on eBay you can find family Bibles, which is crazy. In fact, I have a family Bible I want to get my hands on. My grandmother's cousin had it, and I believe his daughters have it now, or at least one of them. I want it so bad. They're not going to give it to me, I don't think, but because it was, their great-grandmother's, their father's grandmother, their great-grandmother's Bible as much as it was mine. But if I could just make copies of the pages that were written, that she wrote in French, then I could potentially get them translated. But yeah, these kinds of books sort of help you through your research. This one here I recommend for anywhere from a beginner to more advanced, like where I am. I'm more advanced than most of the beginning of this book, but everyone's different. I don't know that I would say I'm advanced. I am in a way, but I would say I'm a high-level intermediate. And any books with forms, and try creating your own forms as well, which is something that my mother did, are going to be helpful to you because you can literally take them with you and say, okay, let's fill this out. Like, I can take this with me, and I think I will, to the family reunion in a couple of weeks and have family group sheets filled out for everybody. Go through and fill out family group sheets for everybody. The ones that I need, Like, okay, who were your parents? What's your Cox relation? Those parents, the children, that kind of a thing. So I'm going to bring this with me for sure. That makes it so much easier to figure out your common ancestor. So, this book here, my father has held, and his sister's held so many times, and it just has their fingerprints and their love all over it. Their love for their shared history, their love for each other, their love for their family, and all of it. So, to me, this is something that will absolutely never go anywhere but my family. I have to figure out who I want to have this. Like, that's younger than me. That is so pretty. To keep it in my family. Because we paid big bucks for this. But also because I know the love in the hands that touched this. And the awe. And I just know how much this meant to my father and my aunt. Sitting together, going through it, and I want to make sure that that's preserved and passed down. I'll see if maybe one of Dennis's kids will appreciate it. You know, could go along with my grandfather's flag, which will be passed down to them. So I'll have to talk to them and see. Because if that is the case, then it will go to them to go with my grandfather's flag, to stay with my grandfather's flag, along with this one. Obviously, they'll go together. So, that's the plan. Then I gotta find someone on my mother's side who will appreciate the books from my mother's side, which are these two. Actually, the Douglas book, not so much the Bible records, but this book can go with this as well, and that's Grammy and Grampy. And I will see if, when I'm gone, if Dennis's kids want them to go with Grampy's flag. They can put them on a shelf next to his flag and have a family history shelf, you know? But that won't be for a very, 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 very long time. I just want to make sure that someone who's younger than me, that's going to be around long after me, is able to enjoy it. And it's able to mean to them, hopefully, what it means to me. So, these three books stay together. Not so much this one. I mean, yes, it's got East Windsor in it, but it's got all the Windsors in it. I'm not as worried about this one. Whoa, look at that flood. Yeah, that's a street. Or it was. Ouch. Hit myself right in the nose. Wow. Goodness gracious, look at that. Anyway. So I'm not as worried about that. Like I said, the ones for Mom, I'm gonna want someone to care for them. But I have a long, long, long time before I have to think about that. It's just something that excuse me, that I want to think about. So that at some point, you know, I can write out a will and make sure that these things are given to the right people. And I only thought about that because I was watching a lady give Jeremy Hill some stuff, because she's an older woman. She's 74. And when I'm that age, I gotta start saying, okay, who do I want to leave this stuff to? And so that's why I'm thinking about it. Who will appreciate it? And I think Dennis's kids would appreciate putting it with Grampy's flag, but I'll find out. I know my mother would be happy that I finally got to see Grampy's flag and hold it and literally cry. Thank you. God bless you. And I will see you next time. Please subscribe to both channels.